So now let's move on to the next topic, that is intracellular accumulation. This topic forms the core of the subject, and it is very important not only to know what types of the compound and minerals can accumulate within the cell but in the pathology point of view it is important to know which are the special stains for staining this particular compound. So let's first enlist the compound or the molecule which can accumulate, then we will be studying one by one in the detail. So let's start with the intracellular accumulation. Intracellular accumulation. Generally there can be three types of the intracellular accumulation. First one is the pigment accumulation. Second one is the compounds like lipid, protein or glycogen, and third one is the calcium deposition, or in other words we can say as the calcification. So now let's start with the first one, that is pigments. So pigments. So in pigments, first of all we discuss about the melanin pigment. As we know that melanin is present in the skin, in the hair, in eyes and in the brain. In brain it is located in the substantia nigra. The color of the melanin is black to brown in color, and the special stains through which we can identify the melanin pigment, that is Mason Fontana, which gives the perfect black color of the melanin. It is easy to remember because M for melanin and M for Mason Fontana. And the second stain, that is squamoural stain, which gives the blue-green color to the melanin. Let's check out with the pictorial representation. So this brown black pigment, it is the melanin in the pictorial representation. It is the normal melanin, and in the another picture we can see the black color due to the Mason Fontana. In this picture the melanin is stained by the Mason Fontana, so it gives the black color. It changes brown black to the perfect black in color. So the special stain is used to identify the particular pigments. So next pigment that is hemosiderin. From the siderin we can identify it is a iron positive pigment, and generally it is located or present in the macrophages. Its color is golden yellow. Not only golden yellow, but it is the refractile golden yellow in color. And the special stain which is used to stain the hemosiderin, that is Prussian blue or the Pulse stain. So let's check out. See, here we can see the golden yellow refractile pigment compound or the molecules which is the hemosiderin accumulation. hemosiderin accumulation. This is the normal hemosiderin accumulation, which is golden yellow refractile compound, and when it is stained by the Prussian blue or the pulse stain, so it will look like the blue in color. See, this is stained by the Prussian blue. So the golden yellow particles converted into the Prussian blue. So this stain helps in the identification of the hemosiderin. So our third compound or the pigment that gets accumulated, that is lipofuscin. Lipofuscin is also called as wear and tear pigment because it is present in the brown atrophy and also in the sessile atrophy. The color of the lipofuscin is yellow to brown. Yellow brown in color, that is perinuclear in nature, and the special stain used for the staining lipofuscin is oil red O. Let's check in the pictorial representation. So this is the normal lipofuscin which is accumulated within the cell. We can see yellow brown appearance of the lipofuscin. It is yellow brown appearance, and when it is stained by the oil red O, it gets converted into the red color. So yellow brown color is converted to the red color, so it is easy to identify the lipofuscin pigment which gets accumulated within the cell. Now let's move on to the next pigment that is very familiar, that is copper. Fourth one is the copper. As we know that more copper accumulation can lead to Wilson's disease. Generally, the copper can accumulate in the three organs: liver, brain, eye. And whenever there is the accumulation of the copper in the liver, it can lead to the cirrhosis of the liver. Whenever it is accumulated in the eye, so there is the formation of the KF ring formation in the Descemet's membrane of the cornea. As we know that the color of the copper is blue, and the special stain for staining the copper are easy to remember. So the ending of the copper is R. So the stain which are special for the copper is also starting from the R, that is rhodamine and the rubianic acid. So it is easy to remember. R is the ending of the copper, and R is the special stain, that is rhodamine and the rubianic acid. The main important thing here, please note that Orsin stain is used for staining the copper. Here we can enumerate the Orsin. Here OR for the organisms such as HBsAg, SBsAg, it is a hepatitis B surface antigens in case of the copper accumulation. Then C for the ceruloplasmin. It is a type of protein which stores and carries copper, which helps in the identification of the Wilson's disease. And last three letter, that is EIN, that is for the elastin fiber. Copper can accumulate in the elastin fibers too. So what is the important thing in this? That is, Orsin stain is used for the staining of the copper, whereas Orsin cicata, it is the copper associated protein. So many children make mistake here, that they understand the Orsin cicata and the Orsin stain is not different. So make sure that Orsin cicata, it is the copper associated protein, whereas Orsin stain, it is the stain which is used to stain the copper. Now next one, that is the hemozoin. That is fifth pigment that gets accumulated within the cell, that is the hemozoin, which gets accumulated in the case of the malaria. When there is a sporozoite formation, we know that hemozoin, it is the toxic which is produced in our body and gets accumulated within the cell. Next pigment, that is carbon or anthracotic pigment. As we know that the color of the carbon is pure black. And the last pigment, that is homogentic acid. Generally homogentic acid gets accumulated in case of the alkaptonuria. We know that alkaptonuria is nothing but it is the homogentic acid oxidase deficiency. It gives black color and it gets accumulate in the nails or in the cartilage or in the urine. Whenever it gets accumulate in the nails and the cartilage, it can be called as ochronosis. It can also be called as ochronosis. And whenever it is passed through the urine, so the urine will be black on standing. Means whenever we will urinate, so there will be the black color of the urine because of the reaction of oxygen with the urine turns the urine to the black color in case of the homogentic acid accumulation or homogentic acid oxidase deficiency in the body. So at this point we completed the pigment accumulation in the cell.